Live from KSAT12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to your Thursday. It is Friday Eve.
Oh.
Show me the money.
Sure. There's lots of money out there to show you, apparently, in Bexar County.
There's a lot of money that is unclaimed. Nearly $210 million of it is in our area. Tons of money, and they want you to claim it.
Yeah, the whole county's got 210 right here in San Antonio. You can go to a website and claim that money. ClaimItTexas.org. Been there, done that, saw my name on there.
There's no statute of limitations.
Nope.
That's good for you for unclaimed property. And according to Claim It Texas, they've returned more than $3 billion in unclaimed property. We're going to just name off a couple of places that has quite a bit of money waiting to be claimed. In Adkins, $475,839.
Military bases are all got some money, like there's Fort Sam with $187,000.
Lackland, $193,000.
Look at Helotes, $2 million.
Wow, and as we said, San Antonio, almost $210 million. So there's a lot. I mean, it's worth checking it out. Put your name in, see if you've got something.
I kind of cruised through the website and saw some money on there. It's not like hundreds of thousands of dollars for people. It's like 30, 40, 60, maybe a couple hundred at the most.
Which is why people don't miss it.
I think it's like bank accounts that you might have closed. Like you had a checking account years ago and you closed it and you thought your balance was zero and it was like $30 left in it or something like that.
If you're part of some kind of a co-op, you might have something you moved and they didn't know how to send you your money.
So
we're checking it out.
I think some insurance payments, some dividends and stuff like that. But hey,
what
$60 is $60.
That's right. What is it again? ClaimItTexas.org. ClaimItTexas.org. Good luck. Hope you make some money.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at your rundown.
The number of coronavirus cases keeps climbing.
We got to be ready and make sure that every stone's turned and we're together and we're ready.
Action from research to hand washing is being taken to try to prevent the disease from spreading.
The mother of two missing children from Idaho has returned to the state to face felony charges. Lori Vallow was extradited from Hawaii, where she was being held on $5 million bail. She's due in court tomorrow.
Senator Bernie Sanders playing Monday morning quarterback after Super Tuesday, explaining his struggle among African-American voters. Biden riding high off his sweeping wins from Texas to Minnesota, Massachusetts, and Maine.
A man recovering after San Antonio police say he was hit by an SUV that happened just before 10 last night on Vance Jackson near Interstate 10.
IKEA is recalling more than 800,000 dressers because they can tip over and crush children. Owners are being told to stop using the three-drawer chests immediately.
An inspiring update from Alex Trebek on his fight against cancer. He was diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic cancer a year ago, and the survival rate for 1 year is just 18%.
Twitter is taking a page from Instagram and Snapchat. The company is testing fleets, short for fleeting thoughts. The tweets disappear after 24 hours, like the stories feature on Instagram.
10 minutes after getting his license, he hit the road, and then this happened here. He drives it right into the river.
Bloop. He's okay, but he was busy looking at messages on his phone.
The Tennessee Titans football team pledging a $1 million donation to nonprofits to help with the recovery efforts following that deadly tornado in Nashville.
The gold standard in reducing risk of infection and infection control in general is hand washing with soap and water.
The bad news?
A study in a peer-reviewed journal that I found fascinating showed that only 5% of adults wash their hands properly.
20 seconds. That's a long time.
Let's count it. Ready? While you toss over to Justin.
That's too long. We don't have 20 seconds to talk.
We'll keep talking. You could talk.
I also heard
seconds.
if you say your ABCs,
10.
That's 20 seconds, or sing Happy Birthday twice.
You gotta do it twice.
Happy Birthday twice or your ABC.
15.
I just washed my hands, they're clean.
Did you wash
For 20 seconds?
And there's 20.
It was close. It was close. I was in a hurry. But yes, very important. Wash the hands. Let's take a look at temperatures here in South Texas. Looks like we don't have it coming up. So we're going to move on. It is nice out there. I can tell you that. We're starting off pretty nice. Temperatures currently at 57 degrees. Here we go. So pollen count is in. Mold's in the high category at 1,340. Oak is low. Ash is low. Mold jumped up after yesterday's rainfall. Not a big surprise there. And as we look at today's forecast, we're going to be in the mid-60s by noontime. Sunny skies up around 73 by 4 o'clock. Northerly winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, which is a huge improvement from yesterday's gusty winds that we saw in the wake of that storm system. We're going to get some pretty good weather over the weekend, although a few changes, especially by Sunday. And we're looking ahead to spring break. I know a lot of people have spring break next week. We're going to get you that forecast, too. That's coming up in just a few minutes. Guys?
All right, we're going out to TransGuy. We're not making light of washing your hands. We're just telling you that 20 seconds is longer than just sticking your hands under the water coming out of the faucet and walking away. And there's a fire truck blocking a few lanes. We've got a wreck right there at 90 and I-35, so be aware.
Top stories that we're following for you today. We now know the name of a woman killed last night after police say she crashed into a telephone pole.
San Antonio police identified her as 61-year-old Rosalva Tamez. The crash happened around 5 p.m. yesterday in the 3500 block of West Avenue. Police tell us Tamez was killed when another vehicle crashed into hers, sending her car into the pole.
Witnesses told police the 83-year-old driver who hit her was driving erratically. Officers say the man told them he did not remember the crash happening. Right now, we still don't know if he will face any charges.
A woman without a place to stay now after her southeast side home burned down this morning.
Investigators say a neighbor actually called the woman to tell her house was on fire. Firefighters responded to the 400 block of Kate Schenck Avenue near I-37 after 3 this morning. When they arrived, the woman's home was taken over by flames, which actually started in the carport.
Yeah, the fire had started to spread to her next-door neighbor's home, where one man lived by himself. His home suffered some damage to the roof and attic, but he will most likely be able to go back inside later today. Firefighters say the woman's home is a total loss.
It's so heavily burned in there, it's hard to find out. We brought arson out just to make sure we didn't miss anything, see if they can help out with that. So it's still under investigation right now.
And coming up today at noon, Sarah Acosta will speak to the victim, who says she is extremely thankful for her neighbor who helped her escape the flames.
And the punishment phase begins today in the case of a woman found guilty of killing a man during a crash back in August of 2018.
24-year-old Rosalinda Olalde was found guilty of intoxication manslaughter and intoxication assault yesterday. Police say the 22-year-old victim was trying to enter the Loop 1604 access road when Olalde veered off and crashed into him. According to testimony, her blood alcohol level was twice the legal limit in Texas.
Olalde faces a maximum punishment of 20 years in prison.
Turning now to your morning headlines. How far one man is willing to go to get his hands on a Versace item, and a road rage incident that's making its rounds across social media. Plus, R. Kelly back in court and more.
Alicia Barrera joins us in the studio with this morning's headlines.
Hi, Alicia. Good morning. How are y'all doing today?
How are you?
Good, thank you. Well, let's start off with R. Kelly. He's expected to be back in the courtroom, and it's hopeful that we'll find out more about the new charges from his accuser. R. Kelly's status hearing is set to be before an Illinois judge in a Chicago courtroom. R. Kelly is allegedly facing a new charge related to allegations that he sexually abused a minor for years. That abuse is said to have gone on for 4 years, starting in 1997. The singer has already been charged with several other counts of sexual abuse in multiple jurisdictions. He's pleaded not guilty to all criminal charges against him, and it's expected he'll do the same today. And bumper cars or road rage. The next video released by LAPD has gone viral because it's usually something you only see in movies or in a video game. Just take a look at how that white BMW crashes into a truck multiple times. You can see the truck's driver tries to get away, but it's slammed time and time again. This road rage incident happened in North Hollywood this week, and at one point, the cars got so close to a bus stop you can actually see people run for cover. Police say the driver of the BMW is a 27-year-old man that could be charged with assault with a deadly weapon. But what actually led him to take this dangerous reaction? Police haven't clarified, but one witness said the driver of the truck had actually initially hit the BM driver and tried to get away.
The car crash happens, but you wouldn't act this way. And he acted really aggressively. The normal person wouldn't act like that.
That 27-year-old suspect was arrested but released after posting a $30,000 bond. And people are actually siding with the truck driver because he didn't ever get out of his vehicle or showed any type of aggression. And this next video will make you cringe. Watch as a car turns onto the train tracks in South Los Angeles. Look there. Video shows how the driver of the car slowed down, ignored the gate blocking the right lane traffic, and then the driver of the car makes a left directly onto the path of that speeding train. The train, of course, going full speed, smashes and drags that car down the tracks. Get this, detectives say the driver made it out alive. His injuries, minor. They were just scrapes and bruises. But of course, the big reminder here, pay very close attention near any train tracks.
It's just gone. The car's just like,
yeah, it got dragged out of there.
Yeah.
Hard to watch, but he's okay. That driver is okay. And in this next story, a jewelry heist suspect used a fishing pole to hook himself a big one. Authorities in Melbourne, Australia are looking for this mate who used a fishing rod to steal a Versace necklace off of a mannequin. Watch how the man on the sidewalk acts a little suspicious with a fishing pole in hand. And like a good fisherman, police say he's a patient thief. It took him almost 3 hours to steal the necklace valued at about $7,000. Can y'all believe that? And of course, Crime Stoppers looking for this guy.
Well, and they got a pretty good picture of him too.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, he like looks straight in the camera without even knowing.
Find a dude with a fishing pole.
Yeah.
On the sidewalk.
Patient man.
No fish.
Very patient man.
No one saw the necklace being lifted?
No. I mean, wouldn't you think? Like, first of all, a man walking around with a fishing pole, that's
suspicious right there. Didn't see any water around.
not near Versace.
Wow.
All right, thank you so much.
Giving credit for uniqueness.
Very much.
Your time now is 9:09 and it's 57 degrees.